Okay, so I'm gonna be having coffee with the Rios today at Aura. It's a black-owned coffee company in Leimert Park. It's a beautiful place, beautiful people, great service. Want to go in here and give me two choices, two options. I'll get a black coffee and I'll get a latte, and I'm gonna see what it do. You know what I mean? And then I have my message, and today's message is gonna be on brotherhood. Today's message is going to be on brotherhood. So I'm going to give myself 2 cups, 2 different options. I'll get a latte, I'll get me a black coffee, and just enjoy the coffee and send out a message to y'all. Look at this. There's such beautiful art around here. But Leimert Park is one of my favorite places. You know what I mean? Like, it's a beautiful place. And we're going to keep it black, and we're going to keep it strong. And we're going to support all of our black companies. And then my next coffee with Rios, I'm gonna do at Haroon, which is across the street. It's another black-owned coffee shop. So yeah, let's do this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm excited. Let's go. What's up, everybody? You know, I'm here. It's Coffee with Rios. Finally back doing my thing. Very happy, very proud of actually where I'm at. Um, we're in Leimert Park at Aura, a black-owned coffee company. It's a beautiful place, beautiful energy. The vibes in here is like perfect. The young man who helped me, I'll get his name later to post up on here, was super informative. He was super helpful. Just a great experience in total. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drink the black coffee. Just get a little taste for it. My boy Problem told me you gotta drink black coffee, but I also got a latte, a pistachio latte. So I got a black coffee, pour over, and a latte. So that's a pistachio latte and a black coffee pour over. So that's where we're at. That's what I got. And I also got a coffee cake here from Aura. So I'm going to try those out. And then after I try those, then we're going to get to the message of the day, which is brotherhood, which seems to be all across the umbrella. You know what I mean? So let's go, folks. You know, I fuck with y'all. All right, let's go. Hopefully I don't burn my fucking mouth. This is different from being in the front yard, right, with Coffee with Rios. But this is the change, and this is the forward motion that we're going through. Is that what King saying? Forward motion? Yeah, we're keeping it forward motion. So we're supporting the black and brown coffee companies in LA. Let's go. Pretty good. It's got a bold little flavor. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but it does taste good. You could smell the Arabica. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I could get with that. That shit is bomb, actually. Great flavor, smooth. Let's go. And then now we got the latte, the pistachio latte. The shit looks beautiful, smells great. Um, Shout out Adanada, shout out Mr. Mushies. You know what I mean? Both my peoples. I really only like to wear brands of people that I know and that I support. So I'm not really into like that high fashion, like giving people money that don't deserve it. You know what I mean? I like to deal with the people that deal with me. So here we go. Ooh, wee. I'm not bullshitting. That shit is fucking bomb. Damn. Oh shit. I could drink this like, oh my god, I gotta tell you. My man. Oh my god. That's crazy. I can't wait to bring Ayana here. I'm gonna get this specifically for her. Oh man, this shit is fire. And we got the coffee cake. Fire. So bomb. Could you stop my beer? But that's ooh wee. My bad. Hold on, y'all. You get another bite. Then I'm gonna go into it. Oh shit. So good. The coffee cake is bomb. Pistachio latte is bomb. Black coffee is bomb. What up, man? So we're gonna get right into this. And so the topic is basically brotherhood. And with brotherhood, it's family, right? And so family issues always come up. But on the platform that we're on, we're under a microscope. So everybody gets to see it. Everybody gets to have opinions and thoughts on the situation, and they're just feeding it into the chat, feeding it into people's ears, and people are letting things affect the way that they move, and maybe might move in a way that they've never moved before. You might have never seen it before. So that is a thing that is new to everybody. This platform and dealing with family issues on this platform. You try to keep your shit in the house, but when it comes out, sometimes the shit is a floodgate opened up and it just comes out. But with that, let's talk about brotherhood. Let's talk about honor. What they say, no honor amongst thieves, honor amongst men. There's no honor amongst animals. There's no honor amongst criminals. Like, you have to take somebody for what they show you, right? We can't have an expectation of someone and they've never shown us to be that. So we can't have a thought of someone wanting them to be something that they've never shown us that they're capable of being. So you try to have a standard for someone that they've never shown you that they're capable of meeting that standard. And so when they don't meet it, we're upset or we're disappointed with the outcome. You're only setting yourself up though. That's really your own fault for having a expectation of somebody or a standard of somebody in that aspect. That's your fault for having that when they've never shown you that they're capable of doing that. So that's one. Having a standard for somebody that they don't haven't shown, you better have that same standard for yourself. If you're going to have an expectation or a standard, you better have that same exact standard for yourself. And you're not going to be a trainer and have somebody do something that you can't do, that you're not capable of doing. So I would say if you do ask somebody to do something, you should never ask somebody to do something that you're not willing to do or that you're not capable of doing. Yeah, we can give advice and talk and speak life into people, but you need to act out on what you're talking about also. Um, the best advice is if you want somebody to do something, show them how it's done. Don't tell them how it's done. Show them how it's done. But there's layers to this family issue shit. There's layers to this. Let's just say it, T-Rail and Big Deal, right? There's layers to it, and we're just scratching the surface of what might be the problem or what might be going on. But I'm gonna I'm gonna touch on it because a lot of our families, a lot of Black families, we're dealing with complexes, syndromes, disorders, and mental health issues. Those are all things that plague all families, right? But when you don't acknowledge them, is where the problem starts and how the problem manifests and gets bigger. The problem will grow larger if you don't address the problem. It's like assess, address, and adjust. It's like a triple A. Assess, address, and adjust. You got to assess the problem, address the problem, and adjust your behavior, right? So that's something new that I don't know if I read that somewhere or if it's somewhere, but that's my AAA, and that's what I try to live by. But you have to assess the situation, you have to address the situation, and you have to adjust your behavior. And with what's going on over there, I think there might be a hint of some mental, some character issues. It could be a disorder. It could be a freaking syndrome. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of little brother syndrome, right? And little brother syndrome is basically like when the little brother is in competition with the older brother. And the older brother doesn't even know that he's in a competition with the younger brother. But the younger brother is trying to beat the older brother constantly. and he's doing everything he can to try to emulate and be what the bigger brother is, and use his bigger brother as a stepping stone to beat him. And so it's really like a deep thought if you think about it. Like you're trying to beat somebody that you're trying to emulate, and the big brother doesn't even know it. The big brother's just looking down like, oh, this little fool crazy or whatever. Like as you're growing up, you have a little brother or a little cousin. They get frustrated. They just hit you in your stomach. And you just laughing like, oh, that ain't nothing. That don't even hurt. That's nothing. You're not doing nothing to me. But you tend to become their punching bag. So when they have this energy that they want to let out, this energy that they want to get rid of, this negative energy, they look to you to 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 get out that energy. So now you become like a punching bag. So it's funny and it's all fun and games until that little brother starts getting bigger and bigger. And I'm just using punching just as like a physical aspect, as a physical trait, but it could be words, it could be verbal, it could be actions outside of that, right? And so as they get older, they get bigger, they get stronger, those actions become more intense. You start feeling it. Like you can't just let this nigga keep hitting you in your stomach, or you can't just keep letting him doing what he's doing, because now it's having an adverse effect on your life. And so T Real right now is that nigga, and his little brother wants to be that nigga, or he thinks he is that. He may be that nigga in his world, in his street, in his spectrum, wherever he's at. He may be that nigga, but he's trying to be that nigga in T Real's world. And the sick, crazy shit about that little brother syndrome shit is this cat is literally on the biggest platform that he's ever been on. He's on the biggest platform he's ever been on, and guess what he's talking about? Guess what the subject matter is? At his biggest moment, I'm thinking this is his biggest moment because he's talking about Chili and talking about all this shit that he's got. That I'm getting paid like 2 weeks a month. So you threw everything away for a month's pay or 2 weeks pay. I don't know what y'all got going on, what your situation is, but you threw that away for that amount of money. And guess what? The dude used you against your brother. And guess what you talked about on that platform? Your brother. I'm just guessing. I haven't seen no interview yet, but I'm only guessing. The only reason why you got over there is because you T Rail's brother, and they want to beat up on T Rail as much as they can. But at your biggest moment, the little brother who wants to emulate the big brother, subject matter of that was your big brother. It don't get no colder than that. Like once you realize that, it's a blow. It's a blow to your ego, to your pride. You better throw that shit aside, because even at your maddest or at your worst moment that you are towards your brother, the worst moment, it's the and you're at your highest, you're at your best, is because of the dude that you're doing wrong. If it wasn't because of the brother that you're doing wrong, you wouldn't be where you're at. You wouldn't be on no jumper without your brother. And you went there to, I hope not. I hope you didn't slander him. I'm praying. I'm praying. Because I want y'all to get along. I want y'all to figure things out. But like I was saying, it's layered. There's mental shit, there's disorders, there's complexes, there's all kinds of things. We see things from the surface level, but what trauma has this dude been through? What trauma have I been through? We've all been through a lot of shit, and we all act out in ways that are not the greatest. And we make mistakes. We do things. We make the wrong decision and regret them. But we do that in privacy. We regret our decisions and our mistakes play out in privacy. Like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. But the difference is with this, it's on a whole nother scale. It's on a stream. It's forever. It doesn't get erased. What you say about your brother, or what you say about your family, it doesn't go away. Now it's stuck in the atmosphere. And people can always go back to it and say, no, remember you said this. No, remember you did this to me. And that is always going to be a trigger. It's always going to be a reminder. So we get on this internet. This internet shit is new to us, and we lose our minds. Oh, I'm getting this. I'm getting that. This is only going to last a week or two. Like, what is your? What do you think your progression is going to be? What do you think that? What's the end goal? What's the end result? Because at the end of the day, your brother's going to be your brother. No matter what you do in life, your brother's going to be your brother. And it kind of like fucked me up, because it hurt me, because I was just thinking, if my little brothers, I got two little brothers, and if it ain't no street shit, fuck the street shit. I'm not worried about that. It's not no cousin, no blood, no this ain't no, it's not that shit. This is just family man shit, right? If my two little brothers, one of my two little brothers did that, or did the what is being played out, I would be so hurt. I would be so low key destroyed. You know what I mean? Because I love my babies. You know what I mean? My little brothers are my babies. You know what I mean? And there's nothing I really wouldn't do for them. I'm a family man. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my family, but for your brother to do that, and then it really hit me when I put myself in his shoes. It hit me like, oh shit, Terrell has a disability. He's got a disability. His arm is not what it used to be. For whatever happened, I'm not sure what happened, but his arm is not there, right? So when you're in a vulnerable position like that, who do you look to for situations when when it's about to get popping, when it's get cracking? You gonna go to your brother like, hey, dude, these cats, da, 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 da. Let's go do this. I need you to because I only got one. Give my other arm. Your other arm disrespects and goes against you, against your will, against your family. Oh man, I don't know about them. That's their thing. But me and my family and my love, I would be completely hurt. I would be completely hurt and just destroyed. You know what I mean? But that's that little brother syndrome. It's called little brother syndrome. Go look it up. But it's usually played out in business. You know what I mean? Like a smaller business competing with a bigger business. A bigger business don't even know that this little business exists. But this little business, its goal is to beat this big business. And guess what they're using to beat this big business? Big business is their map, how they did it, their whole infrastructure, how they got big. This little company is using it, going to try to use it to grow up there and compete with them and beat them at any case. They're trying to beat them. They're trying to get a W at any measure because it's good for them, but it's not good for the bigger company. And the bigger company doesn't realize that they're coming after them until it's too late, unless they're very smart, educated in the market. Like, oh shit, these little cats is coming up trying to do this, and I'm gonna squash them out. I'm gonna squash them out right now before they get too big or to even be able to compete. And I know that T. Rail has tried, is always helping, always giving out, trying to help, and getting your face slapped when you're trying to help somebody is always bad. But imagine getting your face slapped by your little brother that you tried to help. Oh, because there wasn't no money involved. If I'll do a 15 years free for my brothers. Free labor. They get an infinite amount of free labor from me. My brothers, my sister, my family, they get an infinite amount of free labor for the rest of my life, for the rest of their life. I would never in my life charge them for anything. None of my brothers. I ain't charging them a dime for anything. Nigga, what you need me to do? Okay, I'm there. I'm doing it. But we here at Aura, at a black-owned coffee company, enjoying pistachio latte, black coffee, and coffee cake. Bomb. Good price too. Two coffees and a bomb ass coffee cake for $20 here in Leimert Park. You know what I mean? Living a good life, living it up. But that's basically what I wanted to touch on. You know what I mean? Like, is it's more than what you think it is. It's more than just the top level, top layer. There's always shit going on underneath, and all we can do is try to help and speak life into people, give them positive energy, positive vibes, so that they can move on in a productive manner. And that's what I pray. You know what I mean? They may never ever get together and come back together the way that it was, because this is like irreversible damage, damn near. You know what I mean? Like, this is irreversible damage, and it's played out right in front of our eyes. So it's just magnified by 10. So with that being said, you, us, me, let's remember to be great family members. There are family members that do us dirty. You know what I mean? You can forget, but you can't. You can forgive, but you can't forget. But there's certain lines, certain boundaries that people have. Individuals have certain boundaries. Someone might have a different boundary than I do. That if you cross this, there's no coming back from. And I don't know what his threshold or what his boundary is, but all we can do You out there, me, the family, all of us, as we try to grow and be positive and be productive members of society, is to be a good family member, to be a good brother, to be a good sister, to be a good person just in general, like acting in love. And when somebody disrespects you or they get out of line or whatever, you can know that in your head, in your heart, that I did all I could. I did what I could to be a good person to this person. If they don't accept that, that is not my issue. That's their issue. It ain't gonna change the way I swag. It ain't gonna change the way that I walk. I'm gonna keep cripping my way. And you have to understand that sometimes it has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. It's layers, right? Somebody might be acting up, doing some shit, cutting you off in traffic. They mom might have just died. And you over here arguing and fighting. Oh no, do what I want, nigga, get out the way. And you arguing with somebody that's completely hurt. They could have just got fired. Anything. Road rage could be anything. But that's also in all levels, all aspects of life. You don't know what somebody's going through. You might walk down the street and say hi to somebody or ask somebody for help, and they like whatever. And it may trigger you. It used to trigger me if somebody treated me disrespectfully, but now I'm getting better with that because I know that there may be something that they went through that is tough, something hard that they went through that day, that week, that month, year, their life could be the worst or the hardest thing. So you got to give them grace. We have to be big, big enough to give people grace in their transgressions. People have transgressions all the time, but we have to be big enough to think in our head like there might be something going on. There might be more to it. There's another level to it. You know, boom, 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 boom. It's just the surface that we see. We're just scratching the surface of what we see on these pages, these channels. Um, but there's so much underneath that we don't know, that we can't pretend to be the judge and dish out like this. Oh, woo, 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 woo. Yeah, to me it's despicable. But do I know the whole story? No. So I can't pass all judgment. I can only say that I wish the best for everybody. And if there was anything I could do to help either party, I would want to. But my nigga Terrell, this is a shout out to him because that's my dog, right? You know what I mean? Like I fuck with him and Heather. Just keep your head up. This too shall pass. This is just temporary. That's what a lot of people don't understand, my dog. Like this shit is just temporary. Motherfuckers is throwing lifetime of love away for some temporary gain. But this too shall pass, man. And just keep that in your head. This is not the end game. And I know you're smart enough to know that, but that's also to all y'all out there. You know what I mean? That's also to me. Like we can't harbor all this emotion too viciously because this is going to be over. It's going to pass. It's going to be an afterthought at some point. You know, um, don't harbor negative emotion too much. You know what I mean? Like it can destroy you. It could cause cancer. It could cause ugly shit to happen to your body. So let's stay focused on what's good, what's great, and move in that direction. Let's continue to be positive, move in that direction. We want to be healthy. We want to be strong mentally, spiritually, and physically, and healthy in all three aspects. Remember, the AAA. That's what I've been living by. Address, assess, address, and adjust. I love that. Like that's cool. Assess, address, adjust. Family is everything. Love on your family. Love on your brothers and sisters. Treat them well. Exalt them. Put them on the platform. Put them on the pedestal. Give them everything you can. Also have your boundaries. Also have your boundaries. And let's not put money on top of everything. Money is not the most important thing. What y'all calling this shit? Get your chili. Chili ain't everything. Chili is really nothing. Really, chili is nothing. At the end of the day, who you are is everything. Who you are is everything. And you showing your ass on the internet, you can't take it back. So try to push your best self forward. Put your best foot forward. Let's be great. Why not be great? Why not be good? Why not choose positivity? We made it through so much damn bullshit to get to this level in life. and then be on some negative, ugly shit. Like, it's so backwards. Why are you not celebrating where we are? Why, like, we as young black men, we don't be thinking about being 40. We be thinking about the next day, making it to the next day, the struggles of today and making it to the next day. And we make it to this level in life of success and happy and waking up at this age. We should be celebrating that. Celebrate the greatness of waking up today, not the hate we have for somebody. And, oh, I'm trying to get this bread. That's not real. That's not love. So, needless to say, I wish both parties greatness. I wish all y'all greatness. I wish greatness amongst my brothers. I pray for all that for everybody, for my family, my brothers. And this interview is gonna come out. It's gonna do whatever it does. You know what I mean? But praying for Big Deal, and I'm praying for T Real. I'm praying for Big Deal just as hard as I'm praying for T Real. He may not want my prayers, but I am. That's just who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I see the best in him. I stop looking at the worst of people. He may be having his worst moment right now, but are we gonna judge him on everything that he's done in life? He could have done a million great things in life. Are we gonna judge him by his last transgression? I hope not. You know what I mean? Like, I pray not. I pray y'all don't do that to me. I pray people don't do that to me. I've done great things in life, but tomorrow I could do something I could fuck up. Please don't judge my whole life based on the one fuck up I do tomorrow. But I love all y'all, man. You know what I mean? Just out here sending a positive message. Pun Sunday, pun day. The whole weekend was amazing. It was positive. It was no altercations, no negative energy. I made it to all three functions, and I stayed the whole time at all three functions. Never. I've never done that. That's how good of a place I'm in right now. That I can be in a arena or a place or a platform and stay there the whole time. Usually, I start getting triggered. I get triggered a lot. I used to get triggered, and I would tell my nigga Trey, my nigga Manny, pun like, "Hey, all right, y'all, I'm out of here, guys," and they would know, like, "All right, nigga, like, drive safe. You leaving? Yeah, I got to get out of here." They're like, "All right, guys, go ahead." But my brothers are my keepers. First off, my brothers are my keepers. They've kept me safe and they've kept me alive. I owe them everything. They've seen my struggles. They've seen what I've been through. They've seen me have my hard times. They know how I was drinking and fucking around. That was for a reason. That's because I was hurt. That was the trauma I was dealing with. But guess what? My brothers were there every step of the way. Every step of the way. I hate these AirPods. They were there every step of the way to support me and to speak life into me. And like, nah, nigga, that's not cool. Come on, Jay, let's get this. All my fuck ups. So ain't nothing I would do against my boys, my brothers. What? Oh, them niggas everything. Ace boys forever, cuz like that's the realest shit I can ever say. But I keep going, I keep talking more and more, but I love y'all. Coffee with Rios at Aura, Lamert Park, black owned coffee company. Um, let's be out, let's go out into the world and let's be something positive for somebody. Let's be a helping hand to somebody. If you see somebody in need, help them. Let's be that. Let's do one good deed. Let's try it. Let's one good deed at a time, right? Get out there, help somebody. All right, love y'all.